Okay, would you rather lose your preferred hand or lose your preferred foot?
Wait. Which one is? How do you have a preferred foot?
I don't know, like, technically you do have a dominant foot, but I just think that most people don't notice their dominant foot, because, like, they don't actually do anything complicated with their feet. But, like,
Well-
if you play, like, soccer regularly, then you notice, I think, which one your dominant foot is.
Yeah, I think mine is my right foot.
I think that's
So either-
normal.
So either I lose my right hand or my right foot. I'm okay losing my right foot because, as you said, doesn't really do shit that my left foot can't do. But I'm almost kind of ambidextrous, so I can do shit with my left hand, but it's not as good. So I'd rather keep my dominant hand. Off with the foot.
I mean, right? I mean, isn't it just like anyone would rather lose a foot than a hand, right? Especially the dominant hand, because like maybe as someone with like both of my feet, this is gonna sound ignorant to someone who doesn't have both their feet. I feel like there wouldn't be that much that I currently do that I wouldn't be able to do with only one foot. At least in comparison to the amount that I wouldn't be able to do if I lost my right hand.
Yeah, like with your like with a foot, you can put like what's it called?
A prosthetic.
A plastic foot. Prosthetic, thank you. And it can just be a stump. Hell, pirates just have wooden legs and it still functions fine. But you can't just put that on your hand and do stuff. Your fingers are still needed. But a foot, this is easily replaceable.
Like, I can still walk. Maybe it wouldn't be as easy, but I can still do it. And like, I can even run if I get one of those like special running prosthetics. So, yeah, I'm
True.
losing my foot.
Yeah, so foot it is.
31% of people prefer to lose a hand.
Well, why? I can't imagine why you'd want to lose your hand over your foot. How unimportant? Like, what does your foot do that is that important?
Walking, going, walk, going. Move.
There are other things that can allow you to move.
Like what?
Wheelchairs, crutches. Use your hands with the crutches.
Well, that's the thing. If you lose a hand, you can. I mean, honestly, I would just get a prosthetic. But especially if it's
Maybe
just
it's
the foot.
people
Like
with foot fetishes.
31% of people have foot fetishes for their own feet. What the fuck? Would you rather brutally assault a police officer or brutally assault a well-known gang member? This question has not been moderated. Would you rather live without your phone or live without your computer, iPod, and clean clothes? I think this person likes their phone, damn.
Oh my god. They had to say computer, iPod, and clean clothes. Clean clothes is also subjective.
How is clean clothes subjective?
If you have a lot of clothes, like let's say you have 100 t-shirts and 100 pants,
Sure.
and there's 365 days in a year, you can literally go through the whole year and wear an outfit like 3 times max,
Yeah, but
and you still get to keep your phone.
you don't get to ever wear clean clothes. Like, I don't
By
know,
the end of
I
the
feel-
year, you just donate it to Goodwill and buy another pair of 100 clothes.
That's still clean. I think you
I'm
always
trying to
have to wear
find a
dirty clothes.
loophole.
Well, I'm definitely living without my phone. Like, I can go without it. The only thing that I really use it for that I can't use my computer for is like navigating to places and like communicating with people while I'm outside. But I think I mean like I have to use my computer for work. So, and I also like clean clothes. I don't have an iPod.
also said
I
an
don't know when this
iPod.
question was
Yeah.
written. Yeah.
Who uses an iPod these days?
I felt like getting like part of me wants to buy a retro iPod just for like the novelty, but like that's I'm not actually gonna do it.
It's
I
only
feel-
novel to those who've ever had it.
I feel like this question was written in like
is it just for
2006.
music?
I feel like this
Yeah.
question was written in 2006 by a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I can't live without my iPod.
Would you? What the fuck? These questions, man. These questions. No, I don't like any of these questions. Okay. Would you rather raise a family with Samuel L. Jackson or raise a family with Vin Diesel?
Oh no. Oh. I want to say the actors are like the real person.
The actor is the real person.
Samuel L. Jackson plays a certain kind of character that I wouldn't want to raise a family with. But now it was the same, similar with Vin Diesel at this point, and I don't know their characters in real life to make an informed decision. I think I'd go with Samuel L. Jackson.
I think I'm going with Samuel L. Jackson. I know more about him in real life than I know about Vin Diesel. And he seems cool. I like him.
Yeah, and Vin Diesel seems to have beef with The Rock, and I'm like, no.
How could you have beef with The Rock?
I don't know. There's alpha males on like Fast and Furious. They don't want the other person to outshine them. So the last thing I heard was that in the recent movie, they had in their contract that they had to win every fight they were in, just so they don't look weak in the movie compared to the other person.
That's really
That makes
cringe.
sense.
That's really cringe.
So they had to have the equal amount of fights, and they had to win all those fights. They couldn't lose in a fight. It's blech.
That's some fucking petty ass shit. That's like, I mean, if they want to seem macho, that's the opposite of the way to do it. Like, oh, I don't want to look bad.
Well, it's because of the other person. I have to be the alpha of this movie.
I don't want The Rock to stage me up. No.
Yeah, so that's why when The Rock left and then what's his name, John Cena came in, John Cena was like, he had to play nice and earn his place. So John Cena doesn't mind looking like a beta just to appease Vin Diesel.
So what? Oh, okay. I misread this question. I'll tell you what I misread it as, but first I'm gonna have to read the actual question. Would you rather own a horse in the city or own a cat in the country?
Cat in the country?
Yeah.
Why would I keep a fucking horse in a city?
It's I don't like why is it a problem? Like, it's obviously a problem to keep a horse in the city. How is it a problem to keep a cat in the country? Like, that's a natural place for a cat to be. Like, that's better than keeping a cat in the city.
I think this is just a horse lover, and they're just really attached to their horse, and they're like, oh my god, if I lived in the city, where would I keep them? No, I'd have to take my horse to the city with me. No compromise.
TVC, 42% of people would rather own a horse in the city.
I would love to know where they'd keep that horse. Wait, what was it that you read it as? Because you said you read it as a mistake.
I thought it said, would you rather own a house in the city? And I'm like, okay, that's the first option. What's the second? Own a cat. These things aren't related. Well, what is the country like where you live? What does it mean to live in the country?
I want to say wilderness, just stark savanna and trees. Not that much different from normal country, just add a little more heat and wildlife like snakes, scorpions.
I'm just
stuff like
imagining Australia.
that. Basically.
If you had to, would you rather die a painful death that goes down in history, or die a painless death that everyone hates you for?
Painless. I
But
don't care,
everyone's
I'm
gonna
dead.
hate you.
I'm dead.
But everyone will hate you. And as you're dying, you'll know that everyone's gonna hate you because you said no on this would you rather question.
Again. Fuck everybody. And their grandmother. The thing I'm terrified the most is dying a painful death. Because death is inevitable. So at least let it be painless.
I don't know, the thing for me is like if I die a painful death, that's gonna be like the time that I remember for the least amount of time. Like I don't ever have to worry about that again. It's like, oh. Alright, I'm gonna let you choose that one. Now, most people would rather have a painful death than be hated. Would you rather own a mini horse or own a regular horse?
What does a mini horse look like? Is that
Like
just
a
a dog?
small
A big
horse.
dog?
It's just like TVC. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's just a fucking small horse.
A pony is a small horse. Is that a mini horse? Or is it smaller? Need answers.
Isn't a pony a different kind of animal?
No! Pony is like a baby horse.
No, that's a foal.
Huh. Hey. Oh,
Do
give me the small horse.
Okay, you can have. I mean, I don't want either. Like, I don't want to keep either of these animals. I would just sell it because I don't want to own a horse, unless it's just like a horse that like I technically own, but it's actually like it lives somewhere in the country. I'm fine with that. But like, I don't want to keep a horse in my fucking apartment. Would you rather sneeze every 3 minutes, or always have the sensation of sneezing but never actually sneeze?
The sensation of sneezing is, I don't know, for me it's kind of pleasurable, but to a degree. I don't want to always feel like that. Then again, I don't want to always sneeze.
I think the question means have the sensation that you're about to sneeze.
No, but that sensation is kind of like ticklish in the back of your nose, and it's
Yeah, exactly.
I think I just deal with the sneeze, just get it over with. Like, always having that sensation might drive me mental.
And I feel like I pick sneeze every 3 minutes and then realize what a bad choice I made after I pick it. Because like, there's so many things. Like, I have to expel fluids from my face at rapid speed very often. Like, there's a lot of stuff I can't do.
Air from our lungs often. We'll get used to it.
I can't really make out with someone at that point.
You have to time it. Like, honey, we're gonna start kissing at this time, and in 2 minutes and 59 seconds, we gotta stop.
It's gonna last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Then I'll have a short break, and then I'll be back. I don't know. I think I'm actually going with this sensation, although I might regret that for the rest of my life if I pick it.
Well, I think you get used to the sensation after a while.
Would you rather? This is just. I don't feel like we're the target audience for this question. Would you rather be caught at home watching Sex and the City by yourself, or be caught in a bar with a pink martini in hand? Well, you don't drink, so I know which one it is, right?
I don't drink and I don't watch the show, so it's like,
Not only do you not drink, but like it's against your religion, right? So if you got caught drinking, that would be really bad.
Not really. There are people who still drink despite it being like against their just beliefs. There's nobody who will say, "Hey, stop it."
Okay. I assumed that like I don't know, people would judge you or something.
They would, but some people just don't care.
But I feel like this is a question designed for like macho men who are like, people might think I'm gay if either of these things happen.
Oh my god, I can't drink a martini. Like, isn't it just alcohol?
Yeah.
Like, well, just in a fancy glass?
It's just fancy, tasty alcohol.
I don't know, what's not masculine about fancy alcohol?
I don't know, the world has this weird idea that if alcohol tastes good, it's for women.
Oh no. Well, women do deserve the finer things in life.
That's true. I mean, I would like, I don't care about being caught with either of these things, but I would much rather like drink a pink martini at a bar than watch Sex and the City. So I think I'm going with that. Yeah, the top comment is, I'm a girl, so neither of these things matter. And this question was asked 9 years ago, so I feel like social attitudes have changed since then. Would you rather have your blood sucked by a vampire or have your brain eaten by a zombie? I don't care. I'm not surviving either of those things.
No. You could survive the blood from vampire stuff if you turn into a vampire before they finish draining your blood.
I mean, I guess.
And same thing with the zombies. You could get infected with the virus.
But like, I guess being a vampire is better than being a zombie, so I'd rather be bitten by a vampire than a zombie.
That's assuming you survive the encounter. So if it's like death, would you rather die by getting your blood drained or die by getting your brains eaten?
I do not want to die of zombies. They just like bite you, you know? Like, I feel like a vampire, like it's gonna like drain your blood, but it's only like gonna bite you in one place, whereas a zombie is just gonna like claw at you and like tear away at your flesh, and I'm not about that personally.
I'm not about that. I want to keep my skin on, thank you.
Yeah.
With a vampire, it's more, I think when you lose blood, you just pass out, so
exactly.
You just silently slip away.
I think this is like, I feel like there is no way that anyone is picking zombie. Like, I don't understand the reason that anyone would pick zombie. Yeah, there we go. 12% of people said zombie. I'm gonna look at the comments to see. Oh my god, these comments really were left 9 years ago. Well, the top comments is, only if it's a non-queer, non-Twilight vampire. I'm like, man, I remember 2012.
Oh my god.
This one. A vampire, you would feel it. But a zombie, you wouldn't feel it because you have no feeling in your brain. You have feeling in your fucking head. How do you think they're getting at your brain?
Oh no. If they break my skull open, I stop feeling the pain.
No pain. No, I wouldn't feel any pain if my skull was ripped open.